Everyone has opened a box or bag only to find that the product purchased doesn't even begin to fill the package. It raises interesting questions. Why does a vitamin bottle rattle when you shake it? Or why does pasta mix fill onto the bottom of the box? Perishable foods like cheese and sausage are often packaged with little or no air to prevent microorganism growth. Some foods like potato chips are packaged in a pouch with extra air to preserve the texture and prevent damage. That's normal. A Cornell University professor and the author of Mindless Eating said studies show consumers are attracted to big boxes and bags even if they don't actually contain more food. One of the things we found is that people determine the value of a product based on the size of the package. The bigger the size of the package, the more value they believe it is. That's what he said. But the professor said it is not an evil plot against consumers. As Americans love a good conspiracy story, but this one story where there is no conspiracy, professor said, there's actually empty space in these packages for our benefit. By law, manufacturers are not allowed to build a large amount of black space into their packages unless there is a good reason. It turns out there are lots of good reasons, according to a report by Consumer Reports magazine. Slack fill rules states that you can have excess slack fill if it pertains to, say, protecting the contents inside, if it has to accommodate the machinery that actually boxes, bags and bottles this stuff, if it provides some sort of value-added quality, say Consumer Reports senior editor told Marks. Frito-Lay explained that potato chips are fragile, and all that air in the bag acts as a cushion that keeps them from crumbling. Potato chips are sold by weight, not volume. So, was the weight accurate? We found in every instance, manufacturers are delivering what they promised in terms of the contents. So you're not being shortchanged, Mark said. Why does rice settle to the bottom of the box? Most people have noticed that Uncle Ben's rice sinks to the bottom of its box. According to Uncle Ben's, its whole grain rice used to be puffed but puny after reformulation. It weighs the same, but the size is different. The company changed the product but not the package to avoid having to retool its manufacturing plant. Looking at premium saline nasal spray, many people have wondered why the bottle takes up only half the box. The company said it leaves space because it often includes a free sample of some other item and it can't keep changing its packaging because stores need to plan their shelf space. Stores allocate shelf space to companies based on how much they are going to sell, and it's easier to get that shelf space allocation correct if you have boxes that are all the same size because you're not playing a game of Russian roulette, moving out one size and bringing in another, Mark said. Too much packaging upsets green-conscious consumers. None of this sits well with green-conscious consumers who are more upset about the fact there is too much packaging rather than not enough product. For example, in Pepperidge Farm Texas Toast, there are more boxes than there is bread. It turns out Pepperidge Farm is in the midst of analyzing its entire product line to look for ways to minimize its packaging. The company said it tries to make its product more environmentally friendly with every redesign. And finally, vitamin bottles are required to include a lot of information on the label, which means it must be big enough for consumers to read. Consumers can become better shoppers if they look at weight and unit prices of the products, not just the size of the box or bag. So when it comes to product packaging, think of it this way. As long as your belly is full, it doesn't matter if the box is also full.